what's up? Hey, I don't do enough conversation. Maybe if I start like trying to practice conversation, then maybe I'll actually be able to attract people I can have actual conversations with. Because this stuff, the status quo, it's just not working for me. So I'm gonna try something new. Hey, you like my shirt? It's a Cubs shirt. I went to a couple of Cubs games when I was in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for a considerable amount of time, and I went to a couple of Cubs games. I love Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field is probably my favorite ball field I've ever gone to. Although I got to tell you, there's really few experiences that are quite as gratifying as the bleacher seats out at San Francisco, huh? You ever been there? You ever been to a game in San Francisco? I know with this COVID, they're trying to completely change the terms, but I got to tell you something. I don't think that sports exist without the audience. You can't do it on TV alone and expect for it to last very long. The kind of people that are attracted to professional sports or to making their livelihood off of sports, they need the crowd. They need the energy of the crowd. They even need to get booed every once in a while just to kind of like get that spirit up. If you don't got a crowd and you don't got an audience, you don't got a home team, you don't got to deal with that away team situation. Sure, I'm sure you could get a lot of data based upon behavioral trend patterns or maybe personality profiles on the athletes during this COVID 19 experience by taking away the audience. But it doesn't really do anything for what the rest of it is supposed to be about, which isn't just about a bunch of guys that are doing experiments trying to get some sort of a quota filled so they can get a really high level security that, by the way, on a daily basis is being inappropriately accounted, right? Does anybody ever tell you what's the long term use value on your degree? If you get a master's degree, do they ever give you a depreciative accounting of how long they expect for you to be able to use that degree? Hmm? Because somebody does that calculation somewhere. That's why some of us that don't get degrees might be in a better position to understand the accounting on yours than you, right? Just saying. But I'm wearing the Cubs shirt. It's the only shirt I wear that's got a logo on it. I won't wear any other logos. Why? It's an ironic thing. I left Chicago for a couple of years and then I went back. I went back in 2015, into 2015. I was there for the 2016 baseball season. You know what happened in 2016 in Chicago? Anybody remember? Yeah, the curse of the guy with the goat, man. Yeah, I used to go to Billy Goat Tavern. Anybody remember Billy Goat Tavern? The actual tavern? When the old Trib building was there and you had all those guys there, it's where the actual newspaper guys would go. You go get a little cheeseburger, it's like $1. It's like the cheeseburger itself wasn't so important as the ambiance, right? Nothing like it. Go to like Billy Goat Tavern down the road, go get your cheeseburger. Maybe that's pretty much. I think that's all they serve: cheeseburgers and fries. It really was. That's all they needed to serve. You go hang out. Yeah, it's a way of being. It doesn't really exist anymore. Is Billy Goat Tavern even around? Can you go get a dollar cheeseburger at lunch if you work at the Trib these days? Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know. I know that you can't get away with, family day at the field anymore either. But anyway, I'm bringing this up because there's some situations going on, and I gotta figure out, how to socialize and how to get to know people again. Because apparently, I'm not doing a very good job. And there's consequences that are going on all over the place. So I'm just going to start here. I'm going to give a little shout out, say hello. You could call me Charity. I hope everything's going well for you. In the event that we are in a situation of wholesale national liquidation of our country, I just want you to know that chances are, if they say you owe something, you don't. And if you're one of those guys getting all excited by the bell dinging, and all you want to do is throw out a bunch of stats about how some bar graph moved up and down during the day, you probably owe. Just so you know. So, as this all shakes out, I appreciate it if people will be honest about what their capacities are, because all this stuff is going to get reworked anyway. And so, you saying you are someone capable of doing something and you don't deliver, that shit's going to get found out real quick. As a matter of fact, it's already starting with Pfizer, just so you know. Anyway, I hope you have a good day.